Greetings. In this video, we are going to be looking at page 25 of the Christopher Parkening classical guitar method. Now on this page, we're going to continue to explore combining our bass notes with the first three strings, and we are going to look at using two fingers on one string and then moving that little unit across strings. So let's go ahead and jump in on study number 7. We've got this pattern where we have a different bass note at the beginning of the measures, and then we have this little texture we put over the top. So that's what the rhythm actually is. So with that, I would encourage you to think of that top part as one chunk. It's a piece of texture that we just continuously put through the piece, and in the next study we're actually going to just invert that. We're going to flip it over, but it's not really especially meaningful. You might say it's expressing a harmony, but it's providing context for the thing that's changing. So the most movement really happens in the bass line, where the top part is just really repetitive and doesn't really carry the same importance. When you look at a piece of music, there are notes that really move the piece along, and there are notes that are more just kind of frill and texture that you could strip away, and at its core, it's still kind of expressing the same basic idea. And that's exactly what we're looking at here, is we've got this basic structural idea that really moves through the piece of music, and then we have something that's just texture that's going on in the background. So, that being said, here we go. Ready, go. There you have it. Now let's go ahead and look at study number 8. I believe the bass notes are the same. Yes, and we just invert this top part. So here we go. Ready, go. Now, if you're having issues with your accuracy, this is an excellent opportunity. What's that? This is an excellent opportunity to learn how to align our fingers to the strings very well. And this is actually going to complement what we're about to jump in additionally. So, have a look. If I have my wrist, right now, I'm holding the guitar in an unusual position. Normally you see classical guitarists up like here. If my wrist is pretty straight, then each finger kind of lines up with a different string. Now, if I tilt my wrist to the right, all of a sudden all three fingers want to align to one string. So, straight wrist, bent wrist. And this is a really, really important concept. If I need to be really, really fast on, one string, then I want to tilt my wrist. But if I want to be really fast with doing arpeggios and, let's see, something like that, then I want my wrist straighter, and it just lines my fingers up more. It's kind of like putting my hand in line with the strings as opposed to this kind of angle. This is a really extreme example of in line with the strings and then in line with one string. So, fortunately, we can kind of just do a little tilt, and here we go. So, with study number 8, for example, let's go. If you're having trouble with that, I went to the wrong bass note at the end there. If you're having trouble with that, then just have a look at, are my fingers naturally starting on each different string? Just place all three fingers on their string. And then if you were to just lift up and relax your hand and bring it back, do they go right back to on those strings? When I pick and relax that finger, I pick, which is a little contract, and then I relax that finger, he should pop right back to a spot where he'll just move right through that string. And that's a great way to just line up those fingers. And if your fingers aren't doing that, then you just need to mess with that and train your body to do that. So let's go ahead and blaze on to study number 9. Here we look at alternating picking, which is very useful, incredibly important for speed. So it has this little I am that's referring to the letters we use to refer to our right hand fingers. So our left hand fingers get 1, 2, 3, 4, and our right hand fingers get I, M, A, P, I, M, A, and then we get Q whenever it comes up. Sometimes you'll see a rasgado that has a Q in there also. But what it's referring to is the Spanish nomenclature, which is pulgar, indice, medio, anular, meñique. And I'm probably butchering the pronunciation. If you know how it's actually said, please tell me. I would love to learn and actually be able to teach these things more correctly. But for the sake of, real life, let's just keep going. So, I am. So that's saying index finger, middle, index, middle, or indice, medio, indice, medio, indice, medio. So we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would try, if that's easy for you, try it a little faster. If that's easy, try it a little faster. And you can do a little speed burst. Even just a little IMI. Things like that. You might not be able to maintain that speed over 10 or 12 notes, but we can get little speed bursts of like 2 or 3 notes that are very, very fast. If I do 4 notes with P, A, M, I, that's how people can get these really quick little rushes of notes. It's just use different fingers. So you're kind of limited by how fast one finger can go, and then 4 fingers doing that, right? So that's how you get tremolo. I'm really going way extra right now, but bear with me. So for study number 9, we start on that string number 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing that at about a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, one little detail I'm going to point out really quick. If you look just under where it says study 9, we have I am, simil. That's just saying similar. It's, I believe, Italian. Or it's just saying to keep doing the same fingering through this piece. So I would encourage you just to start getting the hang of that alternating picking. If you're further down the road and you know how to do scales, then I would encourage you to just force yourself to really be consistent with alternating through a scale. And it's going to pay off later on when you just need to be faster and you have to alternate in order to get the speed you need. So in the next couple of videos, I will discuss Duet 3 and then record the student and teacher part. I hope this is helpful. Thank you very much for watching.